Hello and welcome to another video on FPLcrisp. Today we'll be talking about how do we play the Fantasy Football League. Fantasy Football League allows a manager to have up to 15 players in his team, where 11 start during the game and he has a bunch of substitutes in the game, one goalkeeper and 3 other players. Furthermore, he's allowed to choose people from different teams in the Premier League, and they have to be maximum of 3 from a particular team. How do you register in Fantasy Football League? You just input your details, your first name, your last name, your email, among other things, and at the end of the day you click on register. So after signing up, you have to select your team. You know the number of players are 15 and you're given 100 million at the start of the season to buy players. Naturally, you can get a few premium players. Salah is mostly one of the premium players to get. Alexander-Arnold is also another. The player prices move up and down during the season depending on the form of the player and those managers buying the players. Every game week, you are given one free transfer to change a player in your team, and if you change more than one, you get a -4 hit on your points. So it's natural that you don't try to use too many substitutions during a game week, and you can also roll over transfer by not making a substitution that game week, and the following game week you have 2 substitutions to make without getting a hit. But 2 is the maximum. If you roll over your 2 the following game week, you also have 2. So how is the Premier League structured? What's the point reward system of the Fantasy Premier League? You score points when the players in your team score goals, they give assists, clean sheets, or in case of your goalkeeper, it saves penalty. The clean sheet works for both defenders and the goalkeeper and the midfielders. The midfielders get 1 point, the defenders get 4 points, and the goalkeeper also gets 4 points for clean sheet. You also lose points when you get a yellow card, a red card, or in case you miss a penalty. The deadline for each game week before you cannot arrange your team anymore is 1.5 hours before the first game in that game week. Now, let's talk about captain. What makes the captain so special in Fantasy Premier League is that the captain gets double points of what he got that game week. So if a captain is getting 10 points, automatically he has 20 points for the game week. In a situation where the captain does not play during the game week, because we've seen it a couple of times, the vice captain wears the armband that game week. Moving on, there are different types of formations you can use. You can use the 4-4-2, the 4-3-3, and there's been no special formation over the course of the FPL down the years to say this is the best suited formation. It all depends on your team and the game week, I can add, depending on players that shown that game week. Moving on, the Fantasy Football League developers created cheap strategies that we can use during the course of the season to help facilitate changes of our team or to just help us improve our points over the course of time. And there are 4 primarily: the wild card, the free hit, the bench boost, and the triple captain. The wild card is used to change your entire team without getting any negative points that week, and it works till infinity. Till you decide to change your players again, the players will remain there. The triple captain goes as it goes allows you to have a 3x for your captain rather than the normal 2x we see. Also, the bench boost, naturally your bench does not give you points during the game week, but the bench boost allows you to have points that game week from the bench. The free hit allows you to change your team for a game week, and after the end of the game week your team reverts back to the way it was before that game week. Now, all these chips are best used during double game weeks, although the free hit can also be used when your team has a lot of blank game weeks. Your team players has a lot of blank game weeks. But also, we have 2 wild cards chips, so we have to use one first half of the season and second half of the season. There's also what we call the bonus point system in Fantasy Premier League, where the 3 best players in the game scores extra points. The first will get 3 points, the second best gets 2 points, and the last gets 1 point. There's also a fantasy football metric that helps you evaluate players. You can see what player does, his influence, his creativity, strength, and ICT index also for all players. Furthermore, you can create leagues, mini leagues, and mini cups in your FPL. These leagues help you and your peers to decide who's best among yourselves for an entire season. If you've enjoyed this video, do click on the like button and don't also forget to subscribe for more updates, as the season will be starting soon and content will start rolling in. Goodbye for now.